Hello, everybody, and welcome to Graded Point Live. Blame Piper because we're late, a minute late. She had to yell at her. We haven't figured it out. We don't know if it was a pet or if it was a son. It's one
That
or
could
the
be a
other.
new game.
Yeah. Guess what? Guess what Piper was yelling at before the stream started. Tonight we have Mr.
I've already
Al.
had ears.
Yes, tonight we have Mr. Al from Alazmat Comics. I'm getting it right? Okay. Uh,
Yes, you are.
Okay, good. And you are here to promote a comic book. I mean, I don't know, why you would come here. This is a terrible show. No, I'm kidding.
Well, like I said, I didn't take my strawman drink yet, so I am like fluid.
Okay, cool. All right. So the drunkenness will come later.
There you go. Especially after I got rejected by Bernie Sanders. More on that later.
Oh yeah. This man has had an endorsement by Bernie Sanders of all people. So he'll get that. He'll get that big SJW boost. Oh wait, I forgot. They don't have any money.
Oh yeah.
Shit. You might have appealed to the wrong crowd.
I got rejected, so it's okay. I'm back
Their
with the guys.
their parents won't buy them comics.
The parents. 34-year-old man. Ma.
I mean, that's where they get their
Bust
money
comics.
from. They don't work.
Well, they expect everybody to take care of them. So
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, like I said, we got Mr. Al on the show tonight. Of course, you know the others. You got Raptro over there. I don't know if he's baking anything or not tonight, but he's here. Um, he might be baking something for the Twitch stream we were watching earlier, where apparently Twitch is trying to show the NFL football games and do their own commentary, and it's absolutely terrible. It's exactly what you would
I
expect.
bet that's
to go.
going well.
Going very well. And of course, we have Mike for our to give us the sage Native American wisdom when we need it. But anyway, Mr. Al, we got Roadwarrior Drake #1. Tell us about it, brother.
Okay, so you're looking at 150 plus pages of action adventure. It's a complete epic story about your street champion Roadwarrior Drake and his little epic journey from hard knock badass to protector of the people.
So we're just going to make sure that it's not about that Canadian, right?
Just ignore him. That's what I do. You blew up his pitch, Mike.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, no.
What the hell?
I'm actually making a report to Consumer Affairs right now.
Oh, okay, all right. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, if you ever find a Indiegogo project that you don't care for, don't go to the creator or anything. Just just report them to Consumer Affairs because that'll do something apparently.
There you go. Exactly.
Yeah. So yes. Road Warrior Drake.
Yes.
He's a story. Reading this as the story of a
Hey,
mutant
Roadwarrior.
beast who is not a duck.
You think citizen?
Yes. Is he a sovereign citizen?
Probably-
That's another question.
What?
Is he a sovereign citizen? Does he belong to any country, or does he just belong to the world?
Well, he belongs to his current town of Skullkill.
Okay.
And again, he battles all these gangs under the umbrella of this mysterious character called the Crimson.
Mm-hmm.
They pitch in this drug called Romero, which when you take it, it turns into a mindless zombie, but ability to react violently when your dealers are under attack. They become slaves to the Crimson and his people.
Mm-hmm.
Drake battles all kinds of crazy, sublime-looking characters. All each have unique abilities. I'm sorry, my words. I'm not even drunk yet. Abilities.
You're in the right place, brother. Don't worry about it.
Awesome, great. I feel love already. Yeah. So on a page from the comic. If you like black and white gritty comic books, if you're a fan of the original Ninja Turtle comics, if you like those underground style books, which is very surreal, sublime. If you like your action and violence unbridled and uncensored, this is the book for you guys.
Very nice.
Complete story, and if you back the book, let me just put it out there, if you back the book, you are guaranteed the book.
Yes, because it's a flexible campaign. So
Exactly.
But yeah, we don't want to just get flexible. We want to hit goal, right? And we want to hit that goal. We want to make a lot of money.
I want that goal to be a stretch goal.
Yeah, there you go.
So if you get me to that goal, we have a stretch goal. And I can unlock some new goodies and continue to offer more goodies to the people.
Mm-hmm. Offering goodies.
That's a lot of pages.
Yeah, it's a lot of pages right off the bat.
Yeah, big book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
14 months and counting to do all those pages, and I'm actually redoing some of them and just touching it up so that the artwork is consistent throughout. Because I kind of got better as I drew more and more, so I wanted to match the wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I see Sean DW in the chat asked, "Is Road Warrior Drake hawk or animal?"
He is a citizen.
Okay. I like that's your answer for it. Everything. It's like he's a citizen.
I'm part of a campaign called Combat Racism. So any efforts to put any kind of identity on Road Warrior Drake is a level of identity politics that I consider to be hate.
Oh, okay.
And all proceeds of this book will go to combat racism.
Okay.
Its face.
So this combat racism, they got accreditation and everything, right? We can go look that up. Yeah.
Listen, before you do anything of the sort, let me just say this: you cannot put this in a box because it is a noble fight. Once you do that, you have undermined the blood and sweat of all the civil rights leaders of decades before.
Every time you say combat racism, I immediately think it's a gun that when you pull the trigger, it just says slurs at people, basically.
I was thinking it's more like a martial art.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you call him a slur right before you poke him in the eye, like you filthy, and then like when they're trying to gasp for breath, you just grab them in the throat, that sort of stuff.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is so fluid; it could be any of those things and more.
This right here, this man is a consummate salesman. He knows how to adjust his pitch as he goes along.
I am fluid. We have to be fluid like water. We have to be able to adjust our image like that of a jar, but be strong enough to break some body parts.
Yes.
I don't know, but it felt good to say it.
It's just when I asked if we see some accreditation on this, you said, "Look, you can't put this in a box."
I find that equally offensive.
No doubt. I understand. I'd be offended too.
Martin Luther King said we are to be judged by the content of a character, not by the color of our skin.
Or if our skin has feathers. Got it. Yeah.
He has feathers. Maybe it's white. Maybe he's not albino platypus. Did you guys think about that?
Well, see, that's a good point. Nobody. He's just called Road Warrior Drake. He doesn't really say what he is. It just says. I mean, his name is Drake.
Right.
For what I understand.
Well, I mean, he's an R&B singer, and he's not a duck.
Exactly.
Y'all have moved on, and my brain is still stuck on military grade races.
Military grade.
That is a covert operations as part of combat racism, but I can't discuss it for fear of being subpoenaed. So.
Mm-hmm. And Sean Diaz has a question in the chat. He says, combat racism like the ADL, the OK hand symbol is a hate symbol. He just a question.
No, with combat racism,
the ADL is a legitimate hate group.
Oh, okay.
I am a love group. I am inclusive. I include all, but like I said, all proceeds will go to combat racism.
Yeah. No.
So you would say that all hand signs are created equal?
Well, it depends on your perspective, but I cannot speak on your behalf because that would make me putting you in a box, and that would make me equally hateful.
So with combat racism, if you make the OK sign, you put like a piece of glass in between the two fingers that like make the O, and you focus like a laser beam from the sun towards your enemies.
I cannot be responsible if you rupture a few blood clots. I can only speak for myself. Otherwise, I will be just as guilty putting you in a box.
That's like MacGyvering some combat racism.
I said it could be MacGyver, it could be T.J. Hooker, it could be more.
Wait. So combat racism also covers sex workers?
Abbott?
Oh, it got quiet.
Yeah.
What happened?
Court silence.
Yeah, because I was like, okay, nobody knows how to answer these questions.
I think what's going on is you are processing it, and you realize just how sublime and yet how surreal and awe-inspiring this is. So
Yes.
your guys are giving it as much reverence as it needs.
I mean, I like the, I like the idea. It's
Yeah.
In my head
that
hard
is-
one day, and it just popped into my head.
it sounds a lot like it sounds like let people live their life, and that's what you promote. Yeah, I mean,
But you cut off. Let people what?
I said it sounds like you're just like you're kind of promoting that people should live their life and leave others should leave them alone, kind of thing.
Live and let live.
Yeah.
Do the Romans if you are Roman,
Mm-hmm.
and do as the Greeks if you are Roman. So yeah.
I'm not entirely certain that's how that works, but we'll go with it for right now.
It worked for Alexander the Great. So who am I to judge?
Yeah, that's true. Just okay, so we got some.
Oh wow, that tier right there answers Raptor's quick.
Oh, yeah, we.
No, I don't need to ask it.
Yeah, the
I am proactive. So.
well, the standard the journalism that Rapturo asks is usually where's the trading cards. So
Yeah, I'm right on that.
Yeah.
didn't even have to ask. I already had it. That's good. That's
So the trading cards were the cool gold artwork that I did back in 1992 when I first did Roadwarrior trade using pencils, like crayons and markers
Mm-hmm.
on cover paper. Back when he was part of the Marvel Comics universe.
Ah,
Now all that is not canon anymore. But I'm going to be including some of that artwork as a little like history of Roadwarrior Drake when he was just a little creation in my bedroom.
there you go.
Oh.
I know Piper was processing that. It's like, was he really part of the Marvel universe?
No, I was over here. He said little creation in my bedroom, and I was just like, God damn it, my brain.
That didn't happen so much later.
Yeah.
Much later.
Yeah. So let's go over these things here. So I'm making sure that we've what we got here. So you got the graphic novel tier, the first tier, with $25. So that's the 150 pages, and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
and that tier also comes with a free hotel voucher courtesy of Television.
Mm-hmm.
You get that tier, and you will get a voucher for a 3-night stay at a luxurious hotel in one of 7 locations in the U.S., including Orlando, Williamsburg, or Las Vegas.
And this is legit. This is not a
No, this is the guy who runs Television, Sam Golden.
okay.
He's a marketer and a promoter, so he does these all the time. So what happened was the day before I launched the campaign, he calls me up and says, "Why didn't you tell me you was launching?" I was like, "But I've been putting in everything on Twitter that I was going to launch on September 12th."
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, "Dude, I got all kinds of promotions to offer, so feel free to take some and apply it." So that's what I did.
Oh, there you go, guys. $25 and you get a fucking 3-night stay at a luxury hotel for $25. Really? Yeah.
No, just so we're clear, the voucher covers the hotel stay. It doesn't necessarily cover the airfare.
Well, yeah, obviously, yeah, but still.
Yeah, just to make clear, right?
Yeah.
Oh, still that, yeah.
Well, you're knocking a lot of your cost right there. I mean,
Mike, should I give this
yes. Let's listen to Grandma.
lollipop?
No, don't give her any human food.
Hey, woman.
I don't want Grandma around for too much longer.
The cat. She was asking if she could give the cat tuna. I'm like, no, don't.
Jesus! About to ask what's so funny. Yeah, if you missed it, dude, that's
You'll have to see it for the upload.
yeah. Do not give her human food. But the thing is, right before that, I said, let's listen to Mike's grandma, and then you said, no, do not give her human food. So-
See,
If you do that, Grandma will keep coming back.
Grandma, that combat racism will welcome with open arms.
yeah. Grandma can eat all the human food she wants. I mean, come on. Yeah, Mike.
God damn it.
The snack that smiles back.
Pussy.
That was a segue.
Yes,
Did he say, did that kid say pussy?
yes, it did.
Yeah.
So I'm not drunk yet. Nice.
Yeah. No, Piper might be because she's drunk with power because she has the soundboard for.
She sounds like fun. I'm loving this.
Yeah,
I'm using it responsibly. I'm not spamming it.
that's true.
Are you?
Yes.
Are you really? So what is okay? So if I'm looking at this correctly, to make sure I'm breaking this down correct, this Road Warrior Drake manga, am I understanding that it'll be the same story but in a manga format instead of?
That's correct. Yes.
Okay, all right, cool. And of course the
And
same
that
perks.
also comes with the same.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
So you could.
I mean, think about it. Manga is overtaking U.S. comics, so there's a whole demographic of readers out there that we haven't reached.
Yeah.
So let me just go ahead and reach them.
So in the manga version, is the art style different?
It's gonna be the same. Although I was thinking about this, I'm gonna actually add some new pages exclusively to the manga.
Okay.
Neat. So what makes it the manga format? Is it because it's
It's gonna be
The,
the,
It's gonna reverse all the pages.
I was gonna say, is it gonna be reversed and everything's right to left?
Right to left, standards the manga's ratio size.
Okay.
Oh, and I see.
That's neat.
Okay, and I see you get the you get a worldwide version for the graphic novel.
Oh, see what happened was I didn't include the worldwide customers in the original tier. So Peter Gilmore was one who called me out on it. So shout out to Peter Gilmore. So I added it as a separate tier for my UK and Filipino and Zimbabwe backers. So
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, cause I guess the original tier didn't include like international shipping and all that stuff.
So I don't want to leave my people from Wakanda out. So it's like
Yeah.
not do that.
Not the Wakandans or the Latvians. We got to make sure they are.
Yeah.
Although I am Team Zamunda, so I do have to put that out there.
Oh yeah. Tell Prince Hakeem that I still respect him.
They're working on that sequel right now, believe it or not.
Oh, yeah. I heard about that. Okay, then Retro's tier here, the $40 graphic novel plus trading card. Windows Defender. Windows Defender was letting me know that I am defended. Just. And like I said, you already went over the trading cards because you're gonna get but all the tiers are going to include the voucher. Yeah.
Oh, so each tier has their vouchers. So, for example, now this one here with the graphic novel and the trading card, that is going to include a trip, a hotel stay in Spain.
Oh, that's really
Man,
cool.
you just fucking stuffing your rewards here. Goodness.
The way I see it is like if you guys can go on vacation, and if Roadwarrior Drake was partially responsible, that makes me feel good. That makes me feel like, you know what? I blessed you in a way. I've enriched your life in somehow, and you got a kick-ass book in the process.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't I?
I mean, if you got somebody willing to throw some promotion your way, I mean, hey, why not, right? That's the way I look at it.
Absolutely. There you go.
And of course, then you got a tier for the manga plus trading cards, so you can get the manga version.
Same tier.
Same tier, yeah.
Exactly. Yep.
And then book and card is international, same thing as the international backing. Get trading cards, yeah.
Yep.
And then the combo pack, I'm guessing that's what I thought. The graphic novel and the manga.
Correct. And that will also include a 5-night stay in Mexico.
Oh, wow.
From Cancun or Acapulco or Puerto Vallarta. So
Piper, you can finally go find that husband you've been looking for.
nice.
Right?
And then we got the Street Champion package.
The graphic novel, the manga, the trading cards, and a 7-night stay in Thailand.
Freaking out.
Okay, that's where I would go and look for.
That's where Cab would go.
Yeah, that's where Cab would go look for a...
That's where I want to go and look for a husband.
But Cab would definitely go there and look for a husband.
Yeah.
Just make sure they actually have something between the legs, because there's a lot of that going on over
Well,
there.
but with Cab, he would definitely want it in between the legs. So
Gotcha.
Yeah, he's
Well, yeah, like hey,
Cab,
by all means, have at it.
Cab is extremely gay. Not that there's anything wrong with that. You know, we don't discriminate against him because he's, you know,
But he's a flagrant homosexual. That's
very
all we
flagrant.
got to say.
Yes, very. In case you don't realize we're kidding, he's not really gay. It's just. But yeah, man, you stuffed like Mike said, man, you stuffed these tiers, dude. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah, well, I mean, I give credit to Sam from Television for stepping up. I also give credit to Simon Poitier and Peter Gilmore because they did give me advice on how to make this Indiegogo campaign look awesome. So I give a shout out to those guys.
mm-hmm.
Because that cat is exactly the epitome of what combat racism is. A free voice without the fear of being stuffed in the box. Way to go, cat. What's that cat's name?
Sally.
Sally, you have my hand. Pussy.
The cat's white.
And the cat's gray, right? Mike?
He's a mascot. He's my mascot.
Sally's gray, right? She's a gray cat.
She's a great cat, yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say, is she a great cat? No, she's a... Well, I can't say that.
Well, well, that you can say. You can say that. Yeah.
That she's a cunt? Okay.
Yeah. But hey, that's the way she chooses to live. You know, with combat racism, right? She can.
You can't put him in a box.
That's right. You know, she's.
Well, I mean, you can.
You can, and she'll probably sits.
Yeah. I say cats are probably the only ones that want to be put in the box and just sits.
Yeah, they would put themselves in the box.
That's their choice.
That's true. Cat, you know, the cats have their
inadvertently.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
That's all I was saying was they inadvertently are subverting the concept of being in a box, willingly in the box, showcasing that these physical barriers do not exist.
Exactly. What's the old saying with cats? If I fits, I sits.
Yep.
I had a friend of mine's cat. I went over to. I think we were playing Halo, and for some reason I brought my laptop. I think because I had to do some work too, you know, and so I was doing the work and also, you know, taking a break and playing Halo and stuff. And the next thing I know, his damn cat jumped in my laptop bag. I'm like, all right.
Sweet. I have a free cat.
Yep. I was going to take the cat home. I was like, all right, it's my cat now.
Yeah.
Mata says, so it's Mad Max, but with a dragon. That's not...
Oh, he's not exactly a dragon, but you know what? He could very easily adopt that moniker. That's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah, if he wanted to be Roadwarrior Dragon, like, whatever, man, he's fine. Yeah.
Actually, let me mention this also. Roadwarrior Dragon, when I designed his face, I kind of modeled it a little bit on the 1962 Toho King Kong.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Nice.
Jeez.
Apparently the dog likes the idea.
That is the puppy Alazmat. His name is Rody, and he is also the mascot for Combat Racism.
Okay, good. I'm guessing he's combating right now.
Roadwarrior Joke is modeled after a gorilla, so I had to remind him, no, that's a good thing.
But this is you know, the face looks a lot better than the 62 Kong, because 62 Kong looked like he was run over by a motor grader. But talk to a big kaiju.
Hear that by you got get cut off.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said the 62 Kong. I said Drake looks a lot better than Kong because Kong looked like he was ran over by a motor grader.
I can't hear you.
Oh, what
Cutting
the hell?
off.
Am I cutting off for everybody else or just?
Heard. I was just like us greater. Like I missed all motivational speech.
Can somebody? If anybody else heard what I said, repeat what I said.
Repeat what you said.
God damn it.
He said Drake looks much better than the Kong he was based on, because the Kong he was based on looked like he was run over by something.
A motor grader. Yes.
Motor grader.
No, Motor Master is a Transformer.
Not Motor Master, Motor Grader. Why do I take y'all anywhere?
See, this is why you need
For
to
a
use
second.
phrases like, don't make me pull this stream over or turn around.
I'm just stream dad.
Yep.
Prepared to take
You're
over the
implying that's
stream
not what we
and make it my
want.
own. Motivational.
Trying to take over. You know, it happens. It's whatever. You know. By the way,
We have to.
Mhm.
Yes.
I was like, keep going. Keep going.
Gonna say, I am prepared to take this stream and make it my own little personal platform for motivation and inspiration for a new generation of those who will not be kept in a box and labels.
Unless they want to be, right?
They do, they'll be in the sequel.
Yeah, you gotta do the first movie first, right? You gotta.
Oh, I do actually, I do want to adapt this into a feature film.
Oh yeah.
Sam Gold on television about the possibility of raising funds to make a live action adaptation of this movie, of this comic. So,
Hmm.
They need to
I'm kinda
be.
worried
no,
that it
this
might- I'm still scared by Howard the Duck. I'm just going to point that out.
okay. I'm glad you point that out. So let me say this: I will see to it that it'll look better than Howard. One of my reference points is I don't know if you guys are familiar with this movie, Labyrinth from 1986.
Yes.
Ah.
Remember that giant beast Lugo?
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
You see how they brought him to life, right? It was very impressive. I saw that and I said, yeah, that's Drake. That's Drake.
See, we need to go back to practical effects.
To a degree,
Agreed.
yes.
Absolutely.
I absolutely agree. There's some things that look. I remember. I was watching. Yeah, I was watching the thing because people were talking about the Rambo: Last Blood, and they were talking about the previous movie. The one where they were in, was it Burma or whatever, and he just like wilded out and killed everybody. The problem is that even on the blood effects, they used CGI instead of practical effects.
See,
And you
they're
could really
doing CGI too much because it's fast.
yeah, and you could tell that like
I-
Yeah.
it was just weird looking.
It may just be you're watching the wrong movies for practical effects. Because a lot of horror movies nowadays, specifically like indie horror movies, will use practical effects.
Well, yeah, I know that,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying that in a Rambo film, they use CGI for blood.
Well, they
When
want to
they
ship
shouldn't
those
have.
out in like 4 months.
Which
so-
never
Yeah.
works. And CGI blood never works. They've never perfected that.
Yeah.
There is one movie where CGI blood really worked. Hardcore Henry.
Yeah, I haven't seen
What
that.
movie was it? Wait, which movie was it?
Hardcore Henry.
That was a cute movie.
Was that the one where the guy was like he's like getting controlled by something in almost like a video game, but it's not a video game, it's real
Yeah,
life?
it's all
Yeah,
first
it's all
person.
first person. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I haven't seen, like I said, I haven't seen that one, so I wouldn't know.
It's cute. I wasn't really focusing on the CGI for that one. Felt like it was supposed to be kind of cheese. So
See, CGI has place. If you look at Jurassic Park, like the original Jurassic Park, I think they understood that CGI is good as a supplement to practical effects.
yeah, it's good. It's good to clean up any of the shortcomings from practical effects, but I don't think it should be relied on 100% because then it just looks like they're trying to make a cartoon.
I mean, if you're taking, if let's say, I would just say, I think it looks better when you have a practical effect, like say, let's use Star Wars for example, right? I think the practical effects, say what you want about the new movies, but the use of practical effects makes the movie look better than the prequels, where it was like by the second and third one, it was all green screen. So
Yeah, exactly.
it just looks more natural. Would be the
Plus, something else that I think is cool is like you watch the movie, you like the movie and stuff like that, and then is learning how they did certain things.
Yeah, the ingenuity of the human mind, ingenuity. I love it.
Yeah, I love learning about how they did such and such scene or such and such ship or monster or this or that. And I'm like, man, they made it look so realistic, and all they were working with was some MacGyver shit. Like, which is way more impressive than going, yeah, we sat in computer screen for a whole hour.
Also, like I think the actors also want to be there on the set to see some of these things come to life. So when they find out it's CGI, it's like they don't see it until they see it on the screen. It's like, well, we didn't really interact with it.
Yeah, you get a much better reaction, and their eyes are are in the right spot.
Did you know that originally the Iron Man suit was going to be CG?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then it was actually Robert Downey Jr. who pushed for them to make a practical Iron Man suit.
It was like, I want to wear Iron Man suit.
That's what he said. He said, I want to actually wear an Iron Man suit. You know?
Even though he had really bad claustrophobia, he still wanted the damn thing.
Yeah. It's kind of the same thing when they did when Aiden Christensen, when they did that, the whole part with, he became Darth Vader, with the mask and everything. The original idea was it was not going to be him in the suit. It was just going to be a special effect. And he's like, no. You got to put me in the suit.
Seriously, yeah. Jeez.
Let me die in there.
Close me up. Put me away. I'm done.
I mean, because that's how they've gotten some of the best reactions out of actors. Like, my favorite thing I learned was the chest burster scene in Alien.
And that was a genuine reaction by them. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
They didn't tell anybody.
They didn't tell any of the actors that was going to happen.
except for the one where.
Well, the one doing it.
Yeah.
Oh, so it was so they get a genuine reaction, so you can see a genuine reaction and stuff. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they actually were under the impression that he was going to act like it was going to burst out, and it wasn't going to actually burst out, and then that was going to be added in or whatever later or something.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, when it burst out, their reaction is genuine, and that's some cool stuff. That's how you get really good acting. You give them something.
Traumatize your actors and actresses.
Right, traumatize them. But I mean, you give them something to react to, whereas when they're on the front of the green screen, you can tell that they're like, all right, I'm supposed to look here and say this, and I think I'm supposed to feel this way.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, I know Ian McClellan broke down crying during one of the filmings of the
Hobbit.
Yeah, The Hobbit.
Yeah, I read about it.
He said
I didn't know that.
He didn't join up for acting for this, and he started crying. Poor man.
Well, see,
Ian McKellen's a classically trained actor, so he needs to have surroundings around him to beat off of and motivate himself to perform the character that he's playing.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes stand-ins just don't work, right? You just
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, I wish there would be more practical effects in movies, but it's like you said, it's because once you have assets for CG, for computer generated stuff, it's just like just make another one, just do another one, just do another scene.
Well, I think if we have a film that actually does make a lot of money using practical effects, I think you're going to see more studios go back to it.
Yeah,
because it's like an ocean wave. You just ride the ocean like a surfer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think they'll eventually get back. They'll get back to that, especially if if you can use, like you said, using practical effects, but using the CG to clean it up, so it looks better on screen and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, there you go. Yeah,
that's my plan. If I adapt Roadwarrior Drake as a feature film.
So you got a lot of plans. You already got everything going ahead of So.
Got everything but the contract.
So yeah, let's see, where were we? But yeah, like you said, you got big plans for Roadwarrior Drake. I mean, you're selling your book. You're trying to give people vacations, for Christ's sake. I mean,
oh, and let me mention this too. I am in talks with BleedingFool.com to bring a daily Roadwarrior Drake strip.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so Roadwarrior Drake will be coming in with new adventures on Bleeding Fool. The date will be announced soon, so stay tuned to my Instagram or my Twitter for that. But the continuing adventures of Roadwarrior Drake will be on Bleeding Fool, and it will eventually lead up to the second graphic novel.
Okay, nice. Are you going to take those and collect them into a thing too, into second graphic, or
And eventually, well, that'll be a separate book unto itself. But yes,
Okay.
we'll be collecting it as
So-
a new strip collection. So yeah.
so essentially you're going to Bleeding Fool's going to host your webcomic. Essentially, is what I guess the best way to put it.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
And then once you do it, you're going to do another campaign, and eventually, when you have enough material, you're going to do a book for the webcomic, which
it'll be its own story. It'll reference the first graphic novel, but it won't be tied to it, so it'll be its own separate story.
yeah, so it'll stand alone essentially.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's kind of what you need for webcomics. It's got to have a standalone story, and if you want to like spin off of that, or like your origin story is in the main comic, but if your webcomic is like has its own, it makes sense. It makes more sense for the reader to getting into it if they haven't watched.
They did that with Spider-Man. Spider-Man had his own continuity in newspaper strips.
Yeah, it did. Yeah. And Stan Lee, he kept writing that for years.
Yeah, and that's actually out right now. And every time I get a chance to look at it, it's like I don't have the money to get it. So if you back Roadwarrior Drake, in addition to combating racism, I will be able to purchase a copy of the Spider-Man collected news strips.
Yeah.
Nice.
Show love for your neighborhood-friendly web slinger.
But well, yeah, man. Look, let me.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny, right? I have crickets actually around my house, and I see a couple of them coming in right now. Believe it or not, actual crickets. I have the spirit
crickets.
of the melanin persuasion, because if I say anything else, then I share Grace Randolph's guilt, so I shall not. Yeah, so I'm very friendly to crickets, but for whatever reason, I'm afraid of cockroaches.
Well, cockroaches are nasty little things, so I understand that.
They're aliens. They're aliens.
Yeah, I mean, when you're told that if the nukes ever fly, that they'll survive. That's all I need to know. Is like these things need to be wiped off the face of the earth.
I trust them. I think if we collectively organize a campaign against them, wipe them off the face of the earth.
Yeah, I mean, what practical use does a cockroach have? Let's think about this.
Wow, that sounds
Protein.
pretty racist there, though.
Yeah, but they're cockroaches. They don't count.
But, hold on. Let you know that's true. Yes, they don't count. They're machines from outer space. They don't count.
Okay.
Turkey's part of NATO.
Think about this. Remember when we were watching Godzilla King of the Monsters? What did they say about Ghidorah? He was a foreign species. He was not a part of the natural order.
Yeah,
There you go.
he's messing it all up.
And that's one of the reasons why Mothra didn't follow a false king.
Yeah.
Boom, bada bing, bada boom.
I just want to know is how we're gonna get Turkey out of NATO then.
Mine boggles.
Mike, why?
From salami sandwiches, would that help?
We could always, Mike. We could always advocate for the return of the Ottoman Empire. Maybe then we'll. You remember that was an image a few years ago, and it said President Trump. President Trump congratulates President Putin on retaking Constantinople.
Oops.
Cockroaches are scavengers.
It was Emperor Trump congratulates President Putin on retaking Constantinople. There we go. That was it. What it was.
Yeah. Let's see. Cockroaches are scavengers, so technically they clean up. Well, yeah, but they also
everywhere.
There you go. Yes, Jinx.
Yes, they do that, but they also make a mess. So it's kind of.
Yeah, they seem to leave more mess than they clean.
Not good. It's not
I mean,
It's just not right.
we justify spiders' existences, right? Because
Senses.
they'll take care of other insects, right?
It's an attack on our sentient beings.
Yeah.
If you agree, like I feel, then go ahead and back Roadwarrior Drake. This is what we do in our campaign. We combat these things that take care of all these creatures that are not sentient, attacking our sentient rights and our sentient freedoms.
Yeah. And cockroaches definitely aren't sentient. They're
So that's sanitary. They look ugly and they're just not good.
mm-hmm.
They're not good.
Oh man, what if like after a nuclear winter they gain sentience because of all the radiation?
Actually, there was a film called Phase 4 where you had sentient ants building their own colony in the world.
Yeah, wow.
I think I don't know. Like cockroaches do act in, they do act independently. Usually, you only see like, well, unless there's an infestation, obviously. But most of the time they're just running around doing their own thing.
Making nests, cooking kebabs.
Mm.
It's terrible.
Damn it! You're not gonna let that go, are you, Mike?
No.
Yeah.
Cockroaches. Yeah, they're nasty little things. Disgusting. Because of cockroaches was the reason why at the GameStop I worked for like a 6-month period had an infestation. You want to know why?
Oh my god.
Because somebody this was years, way back, early days. Somebody traded in their Sega Genesis.
Oh no.
Uh-huh.
Oh no.
Oh, it came in the original box and everything. Oh, it came in. I got it in the original box and everything. Okay, cool. Yeah, open that box.
Just so you know, that's the reason why I don't buy Frosted Flakes, because the last couple boxes of Frosted Flakes had cockroach legs in it.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, so I don't eat Frosted Flakes because of that.
I would totally understand. Maybe they might have came from Venezuela. But yeah, no. And I know because when I worked there, every week the Orkin man had to come and like spray because it takes forever to kill those little fuckers.
Yeah, dude, they're very resilient.
Yeah. It's just this.
Okay, so I'm gonna make a communication to the Consumer Affairs Department because we were here to pitch my book.
Yeah.
And you're discussing these filthy beings, and you're turning away potential customers. You're hurting my brand and my business.
Well, can I counter? Can I counter that by saying that that we've actually gotten more viewers since we started talking about it? So this actually helps you.
I guess we should wait and see.
You win this round.
Or if you bust the kids.
Let's see. Yellow Lantern 212 says, I lived in an apartment. The roaches paid rent there. After I moved out, we had pest control come out for a year, spraying everything in the house. Yeah, dude. It's like,
Brooklyn?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he lives in New York or not, but
Like Brooklyn.
there's plenty of places.
5 years.
There's places around here too where you wouldn't want to live.
See, out where I'm at,
Virginia.
I am more scared of
Well, never moved to Virginia.
bed bugs in people's stuff.
Yeah, what's up with the resurgence of fucking bed bugs in the current year, right?
Right now, I'm like terrified. I'm poor. Like I need thrift stores, and now I'm like scared of them.
Well, you know what kills bed bugs, right?
Water.
Well, but if you can't since you can't wash your bed, heat, like very extreme heat. I was watching a show where there was like exterminators, and they had to get rid of bed bugs. And so what they did is they essentially created what amounted to a microwave in the person's house, and they would just
I was gonna say I've heard about people getting their houses heat treated for bed bugs.
So essentially, you get like some heat resistant panels and stuff, and basically you're building a box. Unfortunately, Al, we have to put them in the box this time, right? We got to put them in the box.
They're not sentient.
It's for the greater good.
For the greater good, you got to put them in the box.
There you go. Exactly.
Yeah. So you put and then you take whatever furniture that might be infested with it, and you put it in that box. And then what you do is like you're basically taking like one of those space heater type things. I'm talking the industrial ones, not those. Like an industrial space heater, and you're just letting it go for like 2 hours, and it gets like I think the temperature gets like close to like 400 degrees. You know.
That reminds me of, right? So you brought up Godzilla before. You ever seen Godzilla versus the Thing or Godzilla versus Mothra from 1964?
Yes. I've seen every Godzilla movie, but yes.
You know that scene where Akira Takarada and but when the actress plays Junko, they're in that radiation chamber. They're being irradiated.
Yeah.
Appears. It reminds me of that.
Exactly.
And it is expensive. They say it's about as expensive, if not more expensive, than getting rid of termites.
Termites are a bugbear too.
Yeah, jeez. We're just going from one friggin'
disgusting bug creature to the other. Yeah, termites.
Okay, so I'm checking out Virginia, the place I'll never live in. So it's a big check.
Yeah. Yellow Lantern says never rent from a place called the Melrose. Super cheap, but it's because the roaches pay part of the rent. I remember one time somebody was coming. Somebody I knew was coming to live here in where I live in NC, and they were like, "Well, I was reading about some apartments at this." I was like, "No." Why can't I live there? I was like, "Well, first there's like a 90% chance you'll get shot.
Wow.
And the other 10% you'll be carried off by roaches." So. I mean, we're talking about like people who lived there. They would like, because my father's a plumber and I was working with him, and we'd had to go do service calls at these places, and filthy. And these people weren't helping. That matters none. You know how like when you got dishes, it's a good idea to wash the dishes.
How you gonna call me out like that?
Do you wait 3 weeks to wash dishes, Piper?
Okay, no, not 3 weeks.
Okay, maybe what? Maybe a couple days, right?
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah.
We'll go with that. Yeah. We'll use that narrative. Yes.
Yeah.
I have a teenage boy. I gave up at some.
Well, let's put it this way, Piper. They don't even soak the dishes or anything. They just leave them.
Okay, that's.
And so you're going in. It's like, my kitchen sink is stopped up. All right, go in, turn on the light, and of course, 30 roaches scatter everywhere.
Oh God.
Mm-hmm. And so you're, the first thing you're doing is making sure they're not crawling on you, because you don't want to bring those back to home, with you.
Yeah.
So. And then you do the job, and you're trying to get the fuck out before you get infested. So, ugh. Piper time, a couple of days equals 10 plus days.
Okay, not that bad.
Yeah,
There's
I
just
say that nervous laughter sounds like a little too on point.
right.
It's like,
Yeah, there has been times where I have flat out said I'm going on strike, and I left it just to see like
what would happen.
what would happen.
Well, I got I don't know. I started getting put in charge of washing dishes, and I agree. Piper, I think we discussed this before. I am lucky because I have this thing called a dishwasher.
Mm-hmm.
And unlike my parents who have this perfectly working piece of equipment and never used it, I am not afraid to use said dishwasher. It's gonna make the light bill go up. I was like, everybody makes the light bill go up. just use it. I said, you realize it's just using power sitting there, right?
Yeah.
So why not make it work?
In
That is
space.
why make sure that everything else is turned off and enjoy the dark.
When you go to bed at night, hit every breaker. Be done. Yeah, that wouldn't last long because I know for a fact, like my mother likes to watch TV. She leaves the TV on and goes to sleep. Right? Logic I'm dealing with. Right? It's like, wait a minute.
Flip priorities.
Man, I would kill for a dishwasher, man. My dishes would always be done.
Well, you got a dishwasher.
Not if I want to keep my
Priorities,
dishes.
though. See, let's discuss priorities. If you had to choose between the TV and the dishwasher, right? Now, the dishwasher, yes, is very convenient, and yes, it lasts a few minutes, but it's a few orgasmic minutes. But then the TV gives you a long, eloquent companionship, and it opens you up to new ideas. So
Oh,
is
I
it worth?
will. Before I've got a computer, so fuck it.
That is proactiveness.
Yeah.
That is ingenuity. She has it on point. I'm totally like on her team here.
Yeah.
Hell yeah!
Piper has some innovative ideas, and they're not all that great, but some of them are pretty good.
But pretty much all of them are born from being poor. So
That's honestly like the height of ingenuity, right?
yeah,
I mean, you've heard of
it's either being poor or being lazy as fuck. Those are how things get invented,
you ever heard of redneck science?
right?
I mean, rednecks are some of the greatest scientists in the world because they figure out things. It's like they take something that shouldn't work and make it work.
Yep, with beer cans and duct tape.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I saw this guy from Alabama make like a fucking a running track for his donkey
Mm-hmm.
that he used to power something else.
Nice.
What was it? He put the donkey on it and it would just generate power, but it was like out of an old transmission or something. I can't remember what the hell he did. It was the weirdest fucking thing.
Yeah, man. Redneck, redneck technology, man. That's the way it works.
Redneck engineering.
Yep. I mean, there's two things with rednecks. Either you can get good redneck engineering, or they die. Like, there's no in between.
Yeah, or you get hold my beer and
Yeah, either A, hold my beer, or hey, y'all, check this out.
By the way, if you guys check the updates on the page, you'll see some more.
It's a very nice leg.
To preference, sure.
I like this. Like this word here, boomf. I could.
It's boomf. It's not boom. It's boomf.
Boomf. Yeah, I would like. How easily I could turn it into boomer.
yeah.
That will destroy the dichotomy of the book, and that opens up doors that I'm not responsible for.
Are you trying to say you are against the boomer mentality? Is that what I'm?
I'm just saying that if you steer from your own path, I cannot be held accountable for what happens after that.
Oh, okay. Okay, so that one. So you had two pieces. Looks nice. Look good. Let's show the lake. I'm sorry, I just saw somebody. Our Caleb, our thumbnail guy. He just showed me something that I'm very impressed with. So I think that's the format we're gonna be using from now on. But other than that, yeah, he figured out a way to show like full panels on the thumbnails. So he did a little experimentation. Looks good.
Nice.
But yeah.
Also, Venezuelan engineering is like a subset of redneck engineering.
This is true. Yeah. Venezuelan engineering is basically getting phones that are like, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years out of date and still getting them to work.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. I mean, when you're dealing with, socialism, even though you're supposed to share everything, the one thing they don't share is, things that work. So... So just like socialism, it doesn't work. Let's see, we got any comments in the chat? Oh, just a bot doing its job and came here for a vacation. Caleb, just to stay over your visa. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Caleb just said dabs with my 2012 phone. Hey man, it's only 7 years, man. It's fine.
True story. Back in 2013,
mm-hmm.
It was 2012. I got my first BlackBerry, and I was amazed at the fact that I can play videos on it.
You're right. I remember when I got my first BlackBerry, I was like, man, this is amazing. It's awesome. and then
yes.
And then like smartphones came out, and it's like,
yeah.
The thing is that smartphones had already existed. I was behind. I was just amazed that the BlackBerry could do what it could do because I just never thought I could be capable of owning a phone that could play videos.
Right.
Yeah, I was gonna say in 2012, even I was finally on a smartphone.
Yeah, for the longest time, because I had a BlackBerry
So
for the longest time. I enjoyed it. It's just, was it? I forgot the name of the company that makes BlackBerry, but they just kind of gave up after a while. So.
I have a kinship.
You goddamn businessmen will buy anything we sell. So.
Fairness, all technology that we have out now is actually years behind from what's actually being made behind the scenes. So
Yeah.
we're probably 30, 40 years behind on what they actually are making right now.
Yeah. Because I know BlackBerries was basically military.
That nibble that you give it to your child was probably NASA created 20 years ago.
Yep.
Right?
Well, it's just like, what's the thing? Was it Velcro? For your shoes and stuff. I mean, Velcro was created because of the space program.
Yep.
It's like, how do we fasten these boots without shoestrings? We need to invent something. And it worked.
And then somebody got the idea from weeds, specifically burrs, how they work.
Oh, how they kind of interlace with each other.
Well, no, like
stick to
burrs,
shit.
they have little hooks on the ends of their seeds.
Kind of interlace a little bit, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So yeah.
Hey, here's a fun fact. One time I had my head shaved so short that my friends would stick Velcro shit to me.
Really?
Yep.
My head's kind of short right now. I wonder if I got anything Velcro around here.
I'll tell you, your hair's got to be thick.
And curly.
On the back end, baby. Not on the top. Definitely not on the top. There's nothing there.
Try it there. My hair is a lot thinner now than it used to be. But
I'm sorry, you broke up?
I said this Velcro you speak of. I'm very intrigued by it.
Oh. Yeah, it's a very it's a new product. It's only been around since the 60s.
That's too much information for me to behold right now. I'm very overwhelmed.
Yeah. Essentially, when it finally got released to the public, people got people started putting it on the shoes because they realized, why do we need to teach kids to tie shoes when we just give them these Velcro things? They just pull the strap. Everything's fine. But then you realize commercial Velcro is not as the same grade as like NASA Velcro, and they would eventually fall apart. So, and you can't change Velcro straps out like you can shoelaces. So,
This done is done.
yep. The cat's out of the bag, as they say, right? So, but yeah, Roadwarrior Drake, you got about 16 days left.
This campaign, I'm trying to get to my 2,000 stretch goal.
Yeah.
And again, you guys get a bunch of great goodies. You get the graphic novel, you got the manga to choose from, you can get the trading cards.
Mm-hmm.
And I got more goodies planned once I start hitting that $2,000 stretch goal. So, come on, you got an exciting book, you get an epic adventure, and more importantly, you help me combat racism.
Exactly, that's the biggest thing, right?
Also, you heal my broken heart. You heal my broken heart because I thought that Bernie Sanders was on Team Roadwarrior Drake, but I got a text message from his campaign manager. After I pitched Roadwarrior Drake, she goes to me, "Okay, I understand. Have a good day." I was like, "Oh."
See, you were because what it was. If I remember correctly, I saw this text. It's like they were soliciting you for a donation, right?
Yep.
And so maybe somebody will come along. Maybe somebody will come along who will, somebody will solicit and they'll actually want to go along with it,
I'm
and
waiting
then that's the one you vote for.
Exactly.
Elizabeth Warren to contact me so that all members of the original peoples can come together in combating racism.
The original peoples. Even she's not the original peoples. Mike can only laugh because he's guarantee you one thing about Mike's heritage: he is definitely not 1,767 native.
He's out of the box.
Yes. Smash that like button like a hot redhead. Ooh, well.
Smash it like a hot redhead before she's recast as a person of color.
Before, did you say before or?
Before, because then they become a person of color.
Yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with that, but
Yeah.
redheads.
Redheads are becoming the new the new downcast people in the world, apparently.
They become the marginalized people.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Seriously.
They were.
I mean, Mary Jane can't be a redhead anymore. Mary Jane can't even exist. They just get rid of her character altogether.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm expecting Jean Grey is going to get changed. So I hear. I'm trying to think. Oh yeah. Speaking of, did you hear that? Apparently, Kevin Feige, who heads up the MCU at Disney, is going to do a Star Wars film, and apparently he may be casting a plank of wood as his star.
Yeah, I just seen that today, and it's fine. I'm already done with Star Wars, so
Yeah, I mean, it's too little too late.
I'm pretending.
That's what the Secret Trilogy is. It's expensive fan fiction.
That's what it seems like, right? It's just like a
And it's not even good fan fiction.
yeah. It's like somebody said, so here's my pitch: Star Wars, but a girl.
Star Wars.
I mean, that's essentially what they
Right?
did, right? I mean, it was like, what about the original characters? Fuck them.
They're all old and dead anyway. Only one's dead.
Well, it's like
It's funny. They killed the two characters whose actors are still alive, and the one character they wanted to keep, she died in real life.
yeah. That's kind of ironic, isn't it? And they still
Died in the Star Wars fan.
and they didn't. On top of that, they didn't ever have the reunion. Of all three of them together.
Blown opportunity. I think that as the years go by, more people are going to really resent this trilogy just for that reason alone.
Yeah, they had their opportunity. Honestly, they should have just done it in the first one, right? There shouldn't have been this whole you only see Luke at the very end, right? That was so dumb.
It should have happened. I think that would have been a more proper training of the passing of the torch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Having the film begin with like the original characters and then you slowly seep in the new characters.
Yep. I mean, the whole I'm making Luke an exile because that's he exiled himself because bad stuff happened. I'm like, but Luke would have realized that exile wouldn't work. I mean, Yoda and Kenobi did it, and it made things worse. So he wouldn't have made the same mistake. That was the whole point of him becoming,
I know
what he
they
did.
made they made his character develop backwards. Like,
Well, it's like
I don't.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't think they really understood that whole part where he redeemed his father. Like they kind of didn't understand that really well.
Well, it's like I think a friend of ours, he makes a good point. He said so you got Luke in the original trilogy. I know there's good in you, Father. Right? I'm gonna do everything I can to try to save you. I know you're still Anakin Skywalker. Right? He has a bad trippy dream about Ben Solo, and he's like, gotta kill this little fucker. I mean, it was just like instant murder rage. I'm like, what is going on?
right? Luke went senile, I guess.
And just fuck it. I don't care. Fuck it.
Yeah, exactly. And say Mark Hamill actually said he was upset with Rian Johnson for not having a reunion. I mean, he had a chance,
He actually said that he was unsatisfied with how Luke was written because Luke was written way out of character. But I think he had to delete it. I don't know if it's still out there.
Well, he basically said that Rian Johnson didn't fundamentally understand Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fundamentally changed.
But you remember, Rian Johnson, you got to remember, guys, Rian Johnson was subverting expectations. And those expectations was a good Star Wars movie. So,
right.
I want to subvert his head with a car tire, Toxic Avenger style.
Can I?
I like to say that.
In Minecraft.
In Minecraft. As long as you're saying in Minecraft, that's fine. Anything goes in Minecraft, apparently. It's the Wild Wild West there.
There you go. Yes.
But no, yeah. Ryan Johnson. Get out of here, his round head. His
That smug face.
smug face and his round head. I mean, he really thought that you look at him, before that movie came out, he really thought that he made the greatest Star Wars movie of all time.
Yeah.
He really did. I think he still does. That's the bad thing. I think he still does think he made the greatest Star Wars movie of all time.
I'm really, really, really rooting for Cats, the movie. I hope that everybody who hates Star Wars go see Cats. And
Oh,
Let's
that
just
would
film-
be hilarious.
I don't support furry propaganda.
Yeah, but it's anti Disney Star Wars though. It's kind of
Oh,
Yeah, no,
oh
that-
yeah. Let me
that's what's
just take
creepy.
the fucking lesser of two evils instead of
I-
not
I-
taking evil whatsoever.
Hey, you don't have to watch it. I can still root for it to beat out Star Wars.
No,
I will take
Well, I
Taylor
mean, you
Swift.
can.
I will take Taylor Swift in a cat CGI outfit over Ray any day of the week.
that's a good point, and that says something because Taylor Swift is a fucking idiot.
Well, I kind of figured Piper would be like the one person here who would be super into cats, but like,
Not a cat person.
oh, okay.
Remember, she's a white girl and she likes dogs. Really, really, really likes dogs.
Cats are okay, I guess, but
Ryan
You friend zone cats.
yeah.
The cats
Yeah.
are in the friend zone. Edward says in the chat, Ryan Golfball Johnson. Oh, does his head look like
Put
a
his whole
golf
head.
ball? Yeah,
Put his whole head in a hole somewhere. I won't say which hole, but just put it there.
in Minecraft. Yeah,
Yes, Minecraft. Yes.
yeah.
Great children's game.
If Ryan Johnson just happened to fall into a volcano in Minecraft, that'd be fine.
I wouldn't be so broke up about
Yeah,
that.
yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, that's okay.
He'd lose all his diamonds and everything.
Things happen. You can't really control everything. I mean, not related, but I think of that scene in Batman Begins when Batman says, "I'm not going to kill you, but I don't have to save you."
Yeah.
I'm just pointing that out there. That's all.
I always had a problem with that. Because
Well, that's how Batman. Well, no, Batman originally killed the fuck out of everybody.
Yeah.
Then he would. His villains would accidentally kill themselves.
Purple Gloves Batman, best Batman.
But then eventually you did get a Batman who would go out of his way to try to keep somebody from dying, even if it was a villain,
Yeah,
And
not just for Joker, but mostly.
that's why I was like, even seeing it in motion on in the Dark Knight Returns, the animated, when he broke Joker's neck, it was still kind of shocking to me, even though I've read the book and knew it happened,
Yeah.
And then Joker went and just killed himself the rest of the way. Batman Who Laughs is best Batman. Batman Who Laughs is a good Batman. Like, freaking.
I haven't read that one yet. So we got to look at that one.
Yeah, Batman with Joker. Basically with the mentality of the Joker. Yeah.
I mean, that's a logical progression for the character, considering all the shit that the Joker's put him through.
Oh yeah.
I mean, think about it. The Joker has Batman's life. Most notable being, Jason Todd.
Yep.
So I could definitely see Batman at some later point in life becoming just like the Joker.
Yeah. That's why I was like, when Jason Todd was brought back, one of the things I liked was the Joker when Jason kidnapped the Joker and they were talking about, and then fucking Joker said like he says this is a nice family reunion, so how about you and me, Bass, we get a picture. Then it could be me and the
Picture with
kid.
the crowbar.
Yeah, be me and the pig. Me and the crowbar.
Great fucking movie. I love that movie.
That was a good one. Yeah, Under the Red Hood. That was a good one. Yeah. I like Jason's mentality too. He made a good point. He said, like, I can forgive you for everything, but I cannot forgive you for letting him live.
Yeah.
That's how great this film was, because the line that Jason gives Batman was pretty touching.
Yeah.
He was saying to himself, "You didn't kill him." I want to bastardize it, but it was more to the line of, "I thought you would have killed him because he took me away from you."
Yeah.
Deep. Because that really just touches the inner reason of Jason's anger, which is, did he feel important in Batman's life? Was he really a priority in Batman's life?
Yeah. I mean, it'll basically say, if you're not going to break your one rule because what he did to me, then what kind of father figure were you, kind of thing,
Yeah.
And then of course Batman explains it, which is just as good line. He says, like, because if I go there, then it never stops.
Exactly. Yes.
Then I become just like him. So
It's a great exchange in that scene. Very, very, very deep dialogue.
Yeah.
For an animated film.
Mm-hmm. And plus, and the anime, taking a little liberties with the story. And he was also infected with the Joker toxin, and essentially became a crazy Batman, and went full on. I liked Hush. Hush was good. I have seen bits and pieces of the movie. I love the story. The story is amazing.
There's one DC animated movie that I thought was okay, but I thought was very, very disappointing. Mm-hmm. That was Dark Justice.
Dark Justice. Which one was that one?
That's the one that had Constantine and all the cats.
Oh yeah, Constantine.
Justice League Dark.
Yeah, Justice League Dark. That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah. And the reason why I was disappointed by it was because of what he did to Swamp Thing in that movie.
Yeah.
I'm a big Swamp Thing fan.
Yeah. They always downplay Swamp Thing though. Like in these things, it's like Swamp Thing is a fucking elemental. I think you could do more for him than what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, Constantine was good in the movie.
He was actually very good. Same actor that played in the series, by the way.
Zatanna was good. I like the whole. I like that one scene where all like the specters of the dead were coming. They kept coming. They were coming up to Batman and said, "This one has evaded us for so long," and then Batman goes, "Boo," and they disappear. Flashpoint Paradox was pretty good. I like Flashpoint Paradox better than Operation Flashpoint. The comic personally, because it was a definitive Wally actually did fix things instead of he screwed things up even worse. What was another one I watched? I saw one. Oh yeah, and I don't know if y'all seen the Death of Superman and the Reign of the Superman.
Okay, so I saw that, and I was disappointed by it because the Reign of the Superman storyline, but they've deviated a lot from the comics. Like they made the Eradicator like I guess a vision from Superman. I was like, no, that's not what he is. He's the last son of Krypton. He has the that whole vengeance mentality.
Yeah,
which made him such an intriguing character, especially when he sacrificed himself in the comics to rejuvenate Superman.
Yeah, that was the whole point. Yeah, that was the whole point of him being there, was eventually, because that was what he was supposed to do in the first place, but he kind of like took the thing on his own in the comics.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I was hoping to see Green Lantern too, but that didn't happen. It's like, they took a lot of what made that storyline good and really watered it down. So
yeah, it made it Doomsday instead of sorry, not Doomsday. It made it Darkseid instead of Mongol.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So at the end of the day, I was like, you know what? I think I prefer the original Superman Doomsday, the animated movie, over this one, just because the Reign of Superman animated movie brought more potential and didn't fulfill it.
Yeah.
I gotta say, one of the DC animated movies that really surprised me, because I've never been a huge Superman, but the All-Star Superman.
Yeah, that was really good. Yeah. That was.
What was it?
All-Star Superman.
Yes.
Because that just, what was good about All-Star, I mean, and the book was good too, and what was good about it is there was no continuity, right? Except for that there is a Superman, and everybody knows they know of Superman and everything. That's the only continuity that's in there. Everything else is the original story, which is great, right? And that whole, and then put in the movie, and they condensed it down pretty well in the movie. So usually, that you lose something when you do those, but I thought it was pretty good. So I think they look at Swamp Thing from the horrible movies. Yeah, it makes me wonder, if that's what the problem is. It's like they don't take the Swamp Thing from the comics, which was awesome, and then the movie. Well, the movie, I didn't think the movies were that bad, honestly. But,
I like the Return of Swamp Thing. I thought that it was campy, but it had one of the best Swamp Thing suits. If you look at the Wes Craven film, the Swamp Thing suit was kind of disappointing there.
Yeah, and then they did. When they did Return of Swamp Thing, he actually looked like Swamp Thing from the comics. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So I thought the practical effects were pretty good in that movie.
Yeah, I mean, like you
had its
said,
problems, but
the story was hokey and campy, like you said, but
I enjoyed the heck out of it, though, and I still do.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those movies I saw, and I'm not going to turn the channel, like.
Exactly. Yes. But I definitely want to see the DC stream that Swamp Thing series that they canceled stupidly.
Yeah, well, I still don't understand that. What they went 2 episodes, and it was like done.
Yeah. The 13 episodes are available, but supposedly it was the accountant that made the decision.
An accountant, really? Well, yeah, that must be the AT&T thing taking over because.
Yeah.
So stupid.
Hey, the movie prize for that is Batwoman. If you miss Swamp Thing, you could always have Batwoman.
That's true.
Yeah, you can have your CW Batwoman show. You go right ahead.
There you go. It was made to fit a woman.
I'm gonna. It's like they keep thinking that I'm him. Well, yeah, because nobody knows who you are. They know who Batman is. They don't know who you are. Nobody cares who you are. So it's gonna be bad. But they're gonna run it for like 3 or 4 seasons. I guarantee you that it's gonna run for 3 or 4 seasons.
They'll run it for fucking 7.
Yeah, because
listen, Arrow hit really, really low points, and they ran that shit for Flash run for 7. They'll run.
Yeah, but that was before the accountant started running everything.
That's true.
The CW shows make money because they're on such shoestring budget.
Yeah, and also I think they're getting ready to do like another spinoff series too, with like a lot of female characters from Arrow.
I read that. I was like, oh, okay, well, it was nice knowing y'all.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Because we gotta have our woke social justice points, or whatever.
Penis is bad. It's bad.
Yeah, what about the what was it you said the other day that like Disney is now realizing it's like, hey guys, maybe Captain Marvel isn't such a great character to base our entire
how they're rethinking their strategy of having Captain Marvel be the new head of the event.
Yeah. Which is silly, which I found funny because like didn't you find out the whole idea was to like basically make Spider-Man her fucking sidekick?
Yeah.
It's funny. Everybody pointed out that whole like Whammon scene in Endgame where all the heroes came together at the end and started fighting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
so dumb.
That scene was stupid, but you know what was really for me what was worse than that scene was the scene before that when you had Peter Parker before Captain Marvel, and he's like, "Hi, I'm Peter Parker," and she's like, "Hello, Peter Parker." I'm like, "You bitch! I don't give a shit who you are. Okay, you're not in Spider-Man's league." I was like, this movie really did Spider-Man bad.
Yeah, but it just that whole like they were gonna make him like he basically Peter Parker cannot be Peter Parker unless he's the fucking sidekick to somebody, right? There's no reason for Peter Parker to have to be the sidekick to Tony Stark, right? They could be friends. That's fine. That's the way it is in the books. It's like they know each other. They're friends. That's okay. This whole like he's the sidekick. That's dumb, right? That hamstrung those movies, in my opinion. Like
we needed the Spider-Man from that '90s animated series, the one that didn't give a shit. He's like, you know what? I don't give a shit what you think. I'm doing this.
Yeah. The only people he cared about was his aunt and his girlfriend. That was it.
Yeah.
We need a Spider-Man Deadpool movie. Just saying.
No, we don't.
Yeah, we do.
Don't say that. It's
do.
going to be awful. Don't say that.
He's got a point because have you seen what they've been doing with Spider-Man and Deadpool in the comics? Is stupid.
Have they really?
Yes.
Yeah. It used to be so fun.
The first
Everything
runs
used to be fun, Piper.
Yeah.
Fun
That's
is
true.
dead.
That's true.
They used to be fun. They're not fun anymore, dude. It's ugh. Like
Oh
it
my
used to
God.
be like
Seriously?
okay, this is how bad it's gotten, right? Okay, it used to be that Peter couldn't handle Deadpool because Deadpool was always wisecracking, right?
Yeah.
And that's supposed to be Peter's shtick.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, what are you doing? And then Peter even said at one point, he's like, is this what I'm like? you know, like, what's going on? But now it's all like, all the fans is like, oh, I can't wait until like Deadpool fucks Peter. Like,
oh my God, what the fuck?
Because they keep saying, well, Deadpool's gay. So, that's, since Deadpool's gay, that means we can, that they're going to have.
Oh, that's right. Two dude characters can't be friends without fucking.
Well, the whole thing is like, well, come on. He talks about he has an erection whenever he's near Peter. I'm like, he's fucking with him. That's what Deadpool does. He fucks with people.
I was going to say, he makes raunchy jokes all the time.
Yeah.
About anybody.
Yeah.
Because he can say it without repercussions. Well,
yeah,
repercussions that last very long.
Mm-hmm. Yellow Lantern says they do a Spider-Man Deadpool movie. We get a CalArts Squirrel Girl and Gwenpool.
Talk about doing a Squirrel Girl series now. I think
I've heard something about that. Yeah, I've heard something about that. It's stupid.
Hopefully, just like the Ghost Rider series, it gets fucking canceled.
Yeah. They canceled that. They put the kibosh on that shit.
Or actually, anathema on Squirrel Girl. I can't imagine a character more useless than that.
It's funny because when Squirrel Girl, as originally conceived, was a fun character, right?
Yeah.
And you didn't have her as a regular. She just showed up and did weird things, and then somehow she won. That was the whole point.
She'd be Thanos in the comics. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, and but the whole thing was, it was she did it, but it was like, how? And it's like, well, okay, that didn't happen. But then it became.
Don't worry about it.
But then they took the gimmick of the character and made it the character.
Yeah.
And then made her like look stupid and all that stuff.
I was gonna say, then gave her Down syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is very true. She looks like she's on the spectrum.
Yep. Maybe we need to change my image, guys.
She looks like she is the spectrum.
The Ultra Downy. Maybe we need to put Squirrel Girl on there.
Seriously. Why they do her like that? I'm still pissed.
So people have been looking into it. The artist is actually decent.
That's what I know.
But Marvel does not pay for shit.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Was she was basically giving them what they paid for.
Well, they also want several months of books in advance, so it's just like, I'm gonna shit all of this out.
Now, did y'all ever see that somebody showed it was like the cover of a Squirrel Girl comic, and they said like,
oh, the Japanese release.
Yes, they were pissed. They were so pissed.
Yeah, they commissioned a Japanese artist to do a rendition of Squirrel Girl,
which looked awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when people actually and the thing is,
they made that the cover.
Yeah.
Well, that not only was that the cover, the book was also sealed in plastic.
So when they opened it. Oh, yeah, so they buy it and then
so
open
they
it.
have to buy it to open it and see that it was garbage.
But the funny thing, one of the funny memes I saw is like, it showed that cover of Squirrel, like the American cover, and it said, it says multi-billion-dollar, company, talking about Disney, right? And then it showed, the next to it is like a kind of sexy looking, not overtly sexy, not like big boobs or anything, but just sexy looking Squirrel Girl, right? And then it said, some dude on 4chan.
Yeah. I've seen that. When she was drawn well, though, was the main point.
Yeah. And they can't even draw her at a consistent set of proportions from one panel to another. Yeah. Could be worse than that Batgirl panel. Oh, the Batgirl panel that had no doors. Or the door was behind the tub somehow. Like,
Oh my god, that one drove me crazy. All the Squirrel Girl shit is worse than that panel, but that panel definitely hurts your brain.
Yeah. So why is the door behind the tub? I mean, I think we all figured it out. It's like they basically drew the door, and then somebody said, no, we need a tub there. And then they didn't think to remove the door.
Yeah. Yeah, because it really looks like it was originally a shower.
It's supposed to be a shower stall. Yeah, like a,
Yeah.
But then they put...
Part of the fly.
Yep. They made changes, but they didn't make enough changes, is essentially what happened. Okay, so we've gone an hour and a half, so let's get down to business. Let's give you the last minute here, sir, Mr. Al, and give one more pitch to get for people to check out Road Warrior Drake.
Sure thing. So this is 150 pages plus a pure action, entertainment, escapism with all kinds of weird characters. Roadwarrior Drake is a crazy, funny, powerful character, fun in every aspect of the word. If you want to escape into a world and just partake in a very fun adventure, if you're a fan of the original Ninja Turtles comics, if you love black and white, if you love Sublime, if you love violence, if you love sexy characters, come back to this book. I am promising fun adventure. Go to roadwarriordrake.com and make your pledge. You get the graphic novel, you get the manga, you get hotel vouchers, and guys, get me to that $2,000 stretch goal, and you're gonna unlock some amazing goodies that I have planned for you guys. Get me there, and let's get this campaign going. I want to bring this adventure, this world out to you guys, and I want you to enjoy it and have fun.
And there you go. You can't get no more telling than that, man. That was a good pitch, by the way.
Took me 3 weeks, but I finally got the pitch down correctly.
There you go. You did. And somebody said, or hoodies. Oh, yeah, we need a hoodie. Hoodie stretch goal. But anyway, guys, thanks so much for checking us out tonight. Thank you, Mr. Al, for showing up and pitching your book. Your book looks good. I hope, hopefully people see the stream later on. The links are in the description below, and you can check it out there. And yeah, we will see you next time on Graded Point 5, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day.
Bye-bye.